Hi everyone, this is BRIO Boy 2009. Today I'm doing something true to that name and reviewing the BRIO Farm Railway set. Special thanks to YouTube user TrainSpotter Nicholas for suggesting that set. Sorry if I mispronounced your name. There's plenty to do down at the BRIO World Farm, from driving the little red tractor out to the fields to collect some hay, to shuttling cattle around by rail. This small yet compact set, which only has a footprint of 550 by 520 millimeters as shown on the box, will enthrall young farmers in the making, as well as make a great addition to any BRIO train system. It includes a diesel-powered cattle train, a tractor with its trailer, a hayloft and barn, fencing, and an exclusive cow crossing sign, which I don't think is offered in any other BRIO set. Plus, Daisy the cow, who will make our stay in the countryside all that much more enjoyable. On the back of the box, we see an image of the set put together and what it comes with, including all the aforementioned train parts, haylofts, barns, fencing, and signs. There is also a special piece of track to connect to the aforementioned hayloft, as well as a railroad crossing piece and 8 standard curve tracks to round the set off. No pun intended. We also have a nice view of how the hayloft in the barn works. Not only is there a standard BRIO magnetic crane that can pick up the included hay load, but there is also the ability of the winch to move backwards and forwards, sort of like a monorail from the Loudon Machinery Company. Quite famous on the farmyards of the United States. We also have advertisements for the cattle car, the cow and wagon, as it's properly called, the big green action locomotive, the farm train, and the adventure tunnel. I have previously reviewed the mighty red action locomotive on this channel. I will link that video in the description for those of you who want to check it out. Without any further ado, let's unbox the set. Alright, so here is the set in its box. There's a little bit of tape holding the flap that opens the box in place. Alright, got that out. And there's also more tape on these sides. I would simply use scissors to cut the tape, but we like roughing it around here. After all, this is a set themed to the countryside. Alright, so that tape is off. In the all-time great words of Bubba of Izzy's Toy Time, kids, look what happened, I opened it! Alright, and now I opened it even further. Immediately, we are greeted with a bag of pieces, which is held in a little by some cardboard. And in here is the actual bag of pieces. This here's the locomotive to the train. It is a European-inspired diesel-electric engine in red and yellow colors, very reminiscent of my home railroad, the Florida East Coast. Also in a vibrant red is a tractor. Also included is a block of hay, which is structurally identical to any other BRIO magnetic load in the shape of a container. There is also the cow, who is publicly named Daisy officially by BRIO. And also the connecting piece for the hayloft. There are other pieces which come loose in the set. There is the cattle wagon. The wagon has an opening and closing door to, quote, enable a smooth transport for the cow, unquote. And also a flat car, which has road wheels rather than the usual train wheels. This is the trailer, which is meant to be pulled by the tractor. There are also bits of fencing. They are made of plastic and are not flimsy, but they are rather durable. Alright. And there is also this railway crossing, where the track intercepts what looks to be a dirt road. And in here, there's the cow crossing sign. Also included is the barn, which comes packaged in its own plastic bag. Its hayloft can move up and down and forwards and backwards. And the piece which it connects to simply slots in as shown. And last of all, 8 pieces of BRIO's curved track, enough to make a small oval with the included tracks. Alright then, so that's everything the set comes with. Now, let's put it together. Firstly, the tracks go like this, in a semicircle. Then the barn comes up on the far side of the layout. Sorry, Daisy. And then 4 more of the pieces of track in another semicircle, completing the loop. And the track is completed with the dirt road crossing. You can drive the little red tractor off of the tracks, but nevertheless it will fit on the tracks. The dirt road crossing included in the set can be used as a sort of re-railer to rail the tractor onto the track. When coming back from the field, pull up to the barn, and easily let the hayloft pick up the included hay cargo. Simply pick it up, just like any ordinary BRIO magnetic crane, and pull the crank to bring the load into the loft. When standing in the barn, the cow can look out over the passing action. And she's happy when the farming engine pulls up to bring her in the cattle wagon out on the fields. The wagon door requires a little bit of pressure to open, but it is easy to open and close to enable a smooth transport for the cow. And so you can take her around the layout. Or to any other part of your BRIO railroad that might exist. The great thing about BRIO is that you can add to any of the sets after all. The possibilities are simply endless. After the cow has enjoyed her run, simply open the door, let her out, and put old Daisy out to pasture. Although the cow crossing sign should probably go around here. And of course, the tractor can cross the tracks. But not before looking both ways for oncoming trains, of course. And that's the BRIO Farm Railway set. Thank you, Nicholas, for suggesting that review. I'll see you all down that wooden line on BRIO Boy 2009. And remember, keep your friends close and your trains closer.